Hi there, friends. Welcome to Stampin' Peace with Mary Knabe for my Facebook Live on Monday, May 15th. To all of you moms, grandmas, aunts, sisters, anybody who has touched the life of a child or helped a mother at any time or supported a mother or mother-like figure or somebody in the mother role, I hope you had a fabulous Mother's Day. I hope you just knew how much love and joy you brought to your children, grandchildren, and any children in your life. I had a great day with my kids, my adult kids. Emily came from Cincinnati on Saturday evening, and then I spent the day with Emily and Andrea and John all day Sunday. We went to the Ohio State University baseball game, which was a lot of fun, and even got our picture taken with Brutus Buckeye, so that's always neat. And then what did we do? We went to Brewdog for dinner, and then we had dessert back at my house. So really fun day, and it's just fun being with my kids. They asked me, what do I want? I said, I don't want anything. I just want to be with my kids. And I had that, and I'm very blessed. Today, I am going to show you two quick cards featuring a couple new products that I just got. The one is Layering Leaves, which is one of our $1 Million Achiever sets. Inspired by Rachel Tessman, a wonderful demonstrator and dear person. And I'm also using, I gotta pick it up here, also using I had it down there with my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, the Exposed Brick 3D embossing folder. So brand new, exposed brick. Reminds me of kind of like old world Europe kind of thing, where you see lots of brick and stone and aged buildings. And then finally, we'll also be using some inked botanicals 6x6 DSP. So I'll be sure to show you that in a moment. So, and gosh, I will say that I wasn't paying attention to my time. I am leaving on Wednesday to fly to England, to London with Emily, and we'll be there three days. And then on Sunday, we'll get on the Stampin' Up! Incentive trip, a cruise to the Norwegian fjords. So we're very excited. I'm in packing mode. I'm trying to finish up some work, and I have been working on some videos, video series to post next week while I'm on the cruise, so that you can continue to be inspired by some of the things I do, and those can be found on stampinpeace.com next week and on my YouTube channel as well. All right, let's get started on today's cards. I'm going to flip my camera around now, and while I'm doing that, please share this live video so that others can enjoy the creative fun today. Okay, we are ready to get started. I'm going to give you another quick look at this stamp set. I love the sentiments, of course, and what beautiful fonts they use. And then there's just some simple foliage and two-step stamping images. And for the first card, let's see, which one should we do first? Let's do this one first. Okay, this is my first card, and Let me get all the pieces here. I'm using a piece of designer series paper from the Inked Botanicals 6x6. So I'm just going to leaf through this really fast. I just opened up this box last night. And this is the beautiful DSP in that suite. So, and I had already planned that I was using this stamp set. So I decided I would combine those two products along with the exposed brick 3D embossing folder, which I'll use on the second card. So I'm using Lost Lagoon cardstock for my base. Of course, my base measures 5.5 by 8.5 inches, and I scored at 4 1/4 on the long side. I'm inserting basic white cardstock on the inside, and this measures 5 1/4 by 4 inches. And then I've cut a piece of designer series paper that is 3 1/4 inches by 5.5. 3 1/4 by 5.5. And I'm actually going to line this up so the top, right, and bottom edges match up with the edges of my card base. Just like that. Okay. And then I'm going to add a 3/4 inch by 5.5 inch strip of Calypso Coral. And now you can do lots of things with this. You can put it all the way to the fold and have a little bit of the Lost Lagoon color showing between the two pieces. You can center it on that strip of Lost Lagoon showing, or you can do this. Match it right up to the edge of your designer series paper. So then you end up with that narrow strip of Lost Lagoon, 3/4 inch strip of Calypso Coral, and then this pretty designer series paper, which really, it's got Lost Lagoon in, but go a shade lighter and you're really bringing in some pool party there. So that's what this is. So the color combination is Lost Lagoon, Pool Party, and Calypso Coral for both cards today. I'm going to set this aside and do some stamping here. And I'm going to stamp the sentiment, Sending Hugs. I like that these sentiments too are kind of big and bold. They're not too tiny. And it's a really easy font to read. So I'm going to ink that up with Lost Lagoon ink. And I'm going to stamp it like on the bottom half or near the bottom half of my die cut circle. And this is from, it's the second largest circle, I believe, for in the Stylish Shapes dies. I always want to throw the word stitched in there, and that's not part of the true name of it. The Stylish Shapes dies. And there are circles and squares and even banner pieces in that collection of dies. Now, for this next stamp, I want to have 2 colors of ink on one stamp. And it's a very small image, so I'm just coloring the stems with Lost Lagoon and then the tiny flowers with my Calypso Coral markers. I'm going to huff on that just to make sure all the ink is still moist and stamp like that. Okay, so this is something to remember when you are wanting to put more than one color on a single stamp. You can color with the Stampin' Write markers right on there and then stamp. And it turns out really nicely. And let's go ahead then and put the circle on our card front. I'm not going to put any embellishments on this just yet. I'm going to go ahead and make the second card. And then before I add any embellishments to either one, I want to show you a bunch of new embellishments that just came in an order. So that will be one of the cards I'll give away today. And here's our second card. So let me show you how I made this. I do want to use some scrap paper. I have 4 1.5-inch squares that I die cut from the Stylish Shapes dies. And I'm going to stamp the various leaf patterns on here. And I'm going to start like this. And I'm basically going to stamp each one the same direction. You don't necessarily have to. You can move it around. But for this particular card, I'm stamping all of the leaf images. They're basically the same shape, but just different designs inside. I'm going to stamp them pretty much in the same place on each of the 4 squares. So there's 3 different ones of this shape. And move that. And this last one, I'm actually going to stamp twice because I want 4 squares. Now I also have this stamp, which creates solid insides for each leaf. So what I'm going to do is, and I don't want them quite that dark, because if I do the same ink for the insides as I did for the outlines, you're not going to see the details. Okay, so what I'm going to do is stamp off and then stamp on top of the outlined images. Oops, just like that. So now I get that lighter shade of Lost Lagoon, which really is very close to our pool party shade. And I'm going to do the same. Oops, do the same thing with the others. Stamp off on the grid paper or scrap paper, and then stamp a second time over the outlined images. So there's my layering leaves. And we did the layering not with paper, but with 2-step stamping. Okay. Oh, I need to stamp one more thing before I put that away. And hold on, I thought I had it out here. I'm going to use that banner also from the Stylish Shapes dies. And this time I'm going to stamp "Thank you so much." I'll send my kids some thank you cards for a great Mother's Day. Now we're going to do one more thing before we put the whole card together. I'm going to close up that ink and move all those inky stamps out of the way. I want to emboss this piece of cardstock, and this is Pool Party cardstock. So you can see how nicely the Pool Party and the Lost Lagoon look together. And I'm going to insert this piece of cardstock. It measures 5 1/4 by 4 inches, and I'm placing it inside the, what did I say? Something brick? Exposed brick 3D embossing folder. Now, when you're using these big 3D embossing folders, you're going to use plate 1 in plate 4 to emboss it. There we go. The impression is really nice. I don't know how well you can see it on the screen here, but it really is nice. You can see it looks like plaster or paint is peeling away and exposing the brick behind, like you would see in an old building, right? Again, my card base is Lost Lagoon, 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. I'll put basic white on the inside. Then I'm going to add this piece of embossed Pool Party cardstock. There's really no direction to it, so either way. And then I have a piece of 3 1/4 inch square Calypso Coral cardstock. I'm going to add my 4 stamped squares, and I want these 2 that are the same to be opposite one another. And to make this really easy and to help me with having even borders, oops, that's a little much, between the squares, I'm using multi-purpose glue. A little bit carried away squeezing that out. It's a new bottle. Came out faster than I expected, but we will make it work. You can see this using multi-purpose glue allows me to move these around to get them straight and to even out the borders all the way around them. I think that looks pretty good. And then what I'm going to do, because I want to flatten them all out, but I want to do it at the same time so that I'm not shifting anything. I'm just going to lay my silicone mat right on top of that and then press down with a flat hand. I'm not moving my hand around because that glue on those squares is still wet and I don't want to slide them around. So the next thing I'm going to do is lay both my sentiment and that square on top of my card front just to see where I want to position each of them. And I think I'm going to lay this one flat and then I'll pop up the sentiment. Oops, I did scoot that one a little. And for this, I'm just trying to center the left, right, and top parts of that square. And then for my sentiment, I'm going to pop that up on dimensionals. And I want to center this from left to right, but also from the bottom of the Calypso Coral cardstock to the bottom of this Pool Party cardstock. So I'm kind of centering it in each direction. Just eyeball it and do the best you can, and then you're all set. So here's our 2 cards. But I know if I ask you, should we add a little bling? You'll say yes. So let me show you some bling because I have not decided. I've not chosen any. But first of all, I do love this ribbon. This is Lost Lagoon ribbon. And what do they call it? They call it Lost Lagoon bordered ribbon. It's just that it's probably hard to see on the video, but each edge just has like a running stitch through it. But probably like, what, 1/4 inch? Yep. And very thin. You get the feel of the nice texture. So I like that. So we have that. And then look at all these embellishments. I felt the need to get 1 pack of each. And I have several already, but I thought, these ones I don't have, I have to just go for it, you know? So this is the Tinsel Gems in 3 colors. This one color looks like it could go. Here is Tinsel Gems in 4 colors, I believe. Yes, Tinsel Gems 4-pack. So Tinsel Gems 3-pack and Tinsel Gems 4-pack. Ooh, those have that lemon lolly in there. So far I'm going with this. And then look at these. And I just wanted to show you these just because it's fun to admit. I knew they weren't all going to go with these cards, but I thought these all just came in and I'm excited about them. I know, silly, but I am. Look at these. Are these not cool or what? These are sparkle gems. So they look like glitter. So there's this gold, the black, and then a silver. It's almost, well, I wouldn't say it's champagne, but it's not like a bright yellow gold. A little more subdued than that. And then we have these. These are the 2022 to 2024 in color pearls. And they even have like little sparkles in them too. So very fancy. These are the ones I was talking about in a Facebook Live last week. And they are called the Neutrals Adhesive Back Sequins. The Neutrals. Aren't those pretty? Katie, I agree with you. Anything from Stampin' Up! Is like Christmas in a box. You said it well, my dear. You said it well. And then finally, we have another set. And this is called the Adhesive Back Sequins Trio. I guess they're running out of names, but I'm so excited about all of these. So my thoughts are the ribbon and or the 3-pack of the sparkle or tinsel gems. You know I'm not going to be able to keep all these names straight. Look at these, so fun. Okay, I think I know what I'm going to do. Marcia says she loves the bling. And Jen says they're all lovely. I agree, Jen. They're all lovely. So I'm going to put one on each side of the banner. Look how nice this looks with our color combination. I'm going to scoot that over just a tad. That's better. And they're 2 sizes. I don't know if you noticed that, but large and small. And then I think I'm going to use this and do a small bow for this card. Maybe. Oh yeah, I like this. This ribbon's easy to work with. Not too big and not too small. And because of the texture of it, it too means that it's not slip sliding along like real, what do I want to say? Like something real satiny. You know, it's kind of slippery and hard to work with. Not this one. This one has nice texture. And I think I'm just, I think I'm going to put it like that. Or should I put it up here? Oh, okay. I don't know now. What do you think? Either up here. So this will be number 1. And then this will be position number 2. So where do you think that bow should go? Number 1 or number 2? Sounds like being at the eye doctor. Number 1, number 2. I think I saw number 1 pop up first. Let me see. Oh, gosh. Lots of 1s and lots of 2s. Okay. We're about even, people. So number 1 was the first number I saw when I glanced up. So I'm going to do that. And the easiest way to adhere small bows like this is just to put 1 mini glue dot on the back of the knot of the bow. And that's all it takes, that 1 little mini glue dot. All right, my friends, what do you think of today's cards? Oh, could bottom right corner. That could work too, Katie. All of those would work. Really just a matter of preference. Absolutely. All right, what do you think? Do you like the color combination? How about the layouts? What about the new products used? Tell me what you think. I'm going to, when you're doing that, I'm going to quickly scroll and see if there were any questions I may have missed. I don't think so. Oh, Tony, what great news. So you have a granddaughter arriving in July and a grandson in November. How exciting. And okay, it looks pretty good. Thought I saw something about smudging. Jen says, thanks for the tip on placing the mat over and pat down. Takes up excess glue without smudging it. Exactly. You got that right. Okay. All right, looks good. No other questions. If you are interested in having your name put into the drawing to receive one of these cards, please type in the comments now, layering leaves. Layering leaves. Sharon says she likes both of the cards. Thank you. I do too. I love this, sending hugs. Isn't that great for so many reasons or occasions? Could be just because I'm thinking of you, right? Could be sympathy, could be a thinking of you or feel better, a card of encouragement, just a way to say hello, you're on my mind. So I love that. Somebody going through a difficult time, a job change or loss of job, divorce, all kinds of things. All right, my friends, that is it for today. I hope you've enjoyed today's demonstration. I will, in the next couple days, hopefully get this up on my blog, stampinpiece.com. So you'll get all of the measurements and other details, Stampin' products used, etc. And I will not see you again for a couple of weeks. I should say, not see you live. Of course, you can access stampinpiece.com at any time. That's where all the good information and creative ideas are, along with the details. And look for posts popping up. If you have not subscribed to my blog, please do. And note, the blog is different than the newsletter. Newsletter, email, blog is different. Subscribe to the blog, and that way you will see every post. at stampinpeace.com when it comes up. Those blog posts, by subscribing to the blog, they will go directly to your email each time I post. Alrighty? Looking forward to a fabulous trip. Thank you so much. And I look forward to sharing our experience with all of you when we get back. So until then, keep stamping, keep having fun, and send those cards. Bye-bye.